Ho, ho, Merry Christmas, feed the starving children. Come on, you fucking dickheads.
We got a job. I'm talking millions this time.
Why are you even out of the joint anyway? You know, they used to sterilize guys like you, keep the world from becoming some Negro land of Oz.
Early release, you racist moron, fuck.
I'm 21, officially a man.
That's creepy.
Are you still gonna pop my cherry?
What? Fuck no. I said I'd get it done by somebody else.
Come on, baby. Come on. Get a bite of this pumpernickel bread.
No!
Fuck.
Hi, welcome to What the Flick. My name is Christy. That is Alonzo. That is Matt. We're all in the Christmas spirit here the day before Thanksgiving, and we're going to talk about Bad Santa 2, in case you were desperate to know how much worse the Bad Santa could have gotten in 13 years. Now we know. Alonzo, please tell us.
Alonzo, who will serve as the apologist.
Look. Billy Bob Thornton is back. Willie is in Arizona, and he's out of jail, and he's still a drunk. And his former partner in crime, played by Tony Cox, swings by and says, "Hey, we got a big job in Chicago, ripping off a bogus charity." When they arrive, they find out that or at least Willie finds out the mastermind is none other than his long estranged mother, Kathy Bates, with whom there is no love lost. And of course, Thurman Merman shows up. Take a look.
How do I look?
You look like one of those trolls that gang fuck Willy Wonka.
You need a hug from Santa.
No, I don't need no fucking hug from Santa.
Fuck! Get out of my brain!
You got gigantic titties.
Thanks.
I get to wear this?
You're a Santa now, Thurman.
Damn! That's some fucked up shit.
Okay, explain yourself.
This movie was, all right, wait, I just have to say, this movie was funny and great the first time when it was called Bad Santa.
Right.
Okay,
Right?
yes. Look, Bad Santa, obviously, I'm not as big a Bad Santa fan as other people are, but I get why people like it and I get why it works. And what's, I think, interesting about that movie is that it was probably the first mainstream American movie to sort of spit at Christmas, to sort of like, to be, you know, awful and obscene and profane, and to treat the holiday that way, which was unheard of at the time, and it was a bracing shock of comedy. You can't do a bracing shock twice. Mm-hmm. That's obviously a problem with doing any sequel. All I can say is this: there are movies where I don't laugh at all, and there are movies where I laugh not enough, and then there are movies where I laugh enough. And I laughed enough at Bad Santa 2. I'm not defending it as this great movie. It's obviously not nearly as much of a groundbreaker as the first one was, but I laughed consistently, and that's enough.
Your porridge was just right.
Yeah.
So,
What the hell is wrong with you?
Look.
How on God's green earth did you laugh at a single joke in this movie? There is nothing funny going on in this
come on,
film
you did
at
not.
all.
Okay, look.
neither did I. I did not laugh at
There's
single
one
time in
line.
this
Kathy
movie.
Bates has one line
I'm sorry,
referencing the Lollipop Guild that's kind of half
There
funny.
is-
Kind of like an affectionate, like,
There is a great there's a great deal in this movie that is impossible to defend, but you cannot tell me that Brett Kelly as Thurman Merman was not hilarious.
Yes,
No,
I
not
can
at
tell
all.
you that.
No,
he was
not
not
at all.
funny.
That kid is on a frequency of his own. That character is so funny, and he is unstoppably funny in every single scene that he's in.
Oh my
The
God.
rest of the movie, it's give or take, and you laugh or you didn't or whatever. He is brilliant in this movie.
He is not. It's a one-joke character, and they're just mean and
And we
making
saw
fun
that
of him.
joke in the first
And
film.
he's like clearly on the spectrum somewhere, and they just make fun of that. It's like everything about this is relentlessly mean. And no, I'm not a snowflake, and no, I'm not offended. I like shocking and wrong stuff too. This just wasn't funny, and that's just like the same. He's the same person every single moment you see him, and it's just mean and making fun of him.
But I think the movie understands, though, that he's like the one good person in that batch, that everyone else is a Christmas stocking of deplorables, if you will.
And he gets shit for it. He gets shit
Well,
for
of
being a good
course
person.
he does.
Right.
When you're surrounded by terrible people, they take advantage of you. But that's part of the joke. The movie is not saying, oh, let's all make fun of this guy. The movie is saying, like, look at how this guy manages to maintain this state of, like, purity, even when surrounded by, like, the most awful people on earth. Look, I'm not saying this is a great movie. I'm just saying that I laughed consistently from start to finish. And for a comedy, that's not like a ringing endorsement, but at least it's better than not.
I really wanted to laugh, and I instead sat there at the scenes between Kathy Bates and Billy Bob Thornton, just like, oh my God, you people deserve so much better material than this. Like, Oscars among them.
Kathy Bates is ill-used, I will grant you.
She's like sitting
As
on
is
the
everyone
toilet
else.
at one point.
As is everyone else
As
in
is
this
Christina
film.
Hendricks.
Yeah.
I mean, the women are all like idiots and sluts, right? Yes. I'm gonna go to the misogyny card, which you guys always enjoy, right? And it's straining to be inappropriate. And yes, and right, the first Bad Santa was really groundbreaking in that regard. But we've since had many, many bad movies.
Yes.
Right, we've had Bad Teacher and Bad Grandpa and Bad Moms, and it's like diminishing returns with that conceit here.
I don't know that this movie needs to exist, but I had a good enough time watching it.
Matt, anything you want?
I'll probably never watch it again, but I had a good enough time watching it.
Update the book with it.
As awful as this movie is, and as tedious as it is, and as unfunny it is, the longer term damage to my psyche is how much it diminishes my faith in your opinion. This is a terrible movie. This is terrible, and the cardinal sin is it's just not funny. And there were people laughing at stuff in this. It was like, how did the screening we were in? People were laughing, and I thought, what the hell were they drinking, right?
Well,
because it was like this.
You can't explain this stuff sometimes.
I guess not.
What
You know,
What
but look,
makes
like
you-
you
what
and I
makes you laugh
sat,
or what
you and
doesn't?
I sat in the Three Stooges movie.
Sure.
And that movie is as dumb as this, but that movie actually has some funny stuff. This one, the jokes are the equivalent of like throwing a bag of dog shit at the wall and pointing at it like that's funny. And okay, maybe once that's funny if you're 5, but after like the 15th time you've done that, like okay.
I agree with you that the Three Stooges is way funnier than this movie.
Much
but
funnier.
I laughed, and I laughed enough times to not leave going, well, that was a waste of time.
It was just
I
a
laughed
beatdown.
enough times to think, well, I laughed enough times.
No, it's
and I
the
guess-
same joke over and over again, and that joke is a beatdown.
And I guess, look, like I might have a different experience coming into this having never seen the first one, but what's frustrating here is that you've got this cast that is capable of doing real comedy and not just like, yes, we've seen Billy Bob Thornton and Kathy Bates and Christina Hendricks and everybody in this cast, almost everybody do real dramatic work, but they can all do comedy and they can all do really good comedy, and that's not what they do here. And I can only imagine there were parts of this movie that I'm watching it and I'm thinking, are Kathy Bates and Billy Bob Thornton looking at this script and looking at each other like, thank God we're getting checks for this. This is...
The check cannot be big enough.
This is a shockingly awful movie. Like, I'm surprised at how bad this is that this got made.
I hear you. I agree. And so our numbers are what? I'm giving it a 1. I'm higher on it than Matt is.
Yeah, I give it a 0.5.
Okay.
I gave it a 6. I'm sorry. I laughed enough times. That's all I can say, because you're right. I mean, it's a sequel that didn't need to have been made. It is not anybody's best work here, but I was entertained enough that I didn't feel like it was a total waste of my time.
It did what it needed to do for you. So our average is a 2.5. And where is it?
It's in the high 20s on the tomato meter. That's too high. Yeah.
If you have one
but
Christmas,
rotten.
If you
where it
have
belongs.
one Christmas movie to see this weekend, don't make it this one.
Right. If you're going to see one
Almost
Christmas
Christmas
movie,
is still in
see
theaters.
Almost
Yeah.
Christmas.
That's actually
if you're
very
going to see
good.
one Christmas movie this year, see Mad Max. I mean, that's a better Christmas movie than this is.
Okay. I accept that. Bye-bye.